Hi, I'm Logan Levkoff, and you're watching Around the Clock. Today, we're talking about the transition to the first day of school. How do you make it a smooth transition for you and your child? Today, I'm here with one of my co-hosts, Tracy Mourning, who literally just took her little one off to preschool for the first time today. Tracy, how was it?
Well, I think it's easier for the kids, or this kid in particular, than it is for the parent. My third child is very independent, so he's ready to take on the world. But with my first one, I cried, he cried, and I couldn't leave him at school. I brought him home, the very first time.
Well, that's so good. I've had two kids that I've taken off to school for the first time. My 3-year-old daughter, Memphis, just went to preschool this past fall for the first time, and my 7-year-old has been going for some time now. But it is so hard. And I think that the harder it is for us, the more difficult it becomes for the kids, right? They see our stress and anxiety. So they kind of, they do know how to work it a little bit. I know with both of my kids, they know how to play me. Do yours?
Oh, yeah, very much so. And I think it's just as painful to see them cry than to see them say, bye, see you later. It's like, wait a minute, aren't you going to miss me? Don't you want me nearby? And you stand outside the door and you're like, I'm going to watch for a while. And then when they totally forget about you, it's like an ego check. Like, you know what? They don't need me as much anymore right now. So I think it's harder for me than them.
I love that you've said that, because I think it is hard for a lot of parents to know that they are not needed as much. But for me, I feel so thrilled that my kids are independent enough to go out and do those things and know that they always have our love and support no matter what, but they know that they can tackle this next task, whatever it is.
Right.
But we had a lot of preschool parents in both of my experiences where parents stayed in the room with their kids, which is really hard. How do you learn to trust the teachers if your parent is sitting there? So sometimes ripping the Band-Aid off, although it is tough, sometimes works better.
Yeah, and then there's a note on the door at the new school that parents aren't allowed past a certain point. At first, I was a little offended by that, but then I understand it because I'm that clingy parent that I want to be in there, all the time. But it worked out fine.
Did they let you watch from some,
yeah, you can watch remotely.
Place in the school?
Yeah, you can watch remotely, and you can go online to watch as well. So I do like that aspect of it. So I'm going to get better at my technological capabilities because of this. He's going to make me better.
Well, what would you say are your top 2 tips for parents who are sending their kids off to school for the first time?
Just have faith. And have faith that you have chosen the right environment for them to learn and grow in, and still be hands-on. I'm still very hands-on. I want to know what's going on, and I don't want to be in a situation where I'm shunned from doing that, where I'm not encouraged to know. So the online aspect is very helpful for me because you're welcoming me in, but I don't have to be on top of it where I'm hindering the teacher's job, when it comes to teaching my child. Because, kids, they get, when they see mommy, it's all over. It's a different story.
I think those are great points. I would say that for me, my top 2 tips on how to transition smoothly into this environment is first to tell your child, you're going to school. This is an amazing experience for you. And yes, I'm going to miss you, but I'm so excited at what you have in store for you the rest of the day. And the second part, the follow-up being, and I will pick you up at the end of the day. This idea that there is a start and an end time so that if they're anxious, they know that someone is coming back to get them. And I love this tip of yours about being engaged, because I think that's the best way to kind of be there but not be there, is to either be a class parent or to do projects or read with your child's class so that you're a part of the action, but you're not, detracting from what the teachers are trying to do.
Agreed. And I will be a room parent. Sign me up. Yeah, for sure.
Not an easy job, a thankless job. Tracy, I love your advice, and we want to hear from you. What is your advice? Leave us your tips and comments below.
Subscribe now. You'll never believe what our moms will be revealing on the next Around the Clock.